In the heart of Emilia-Romagna, time does not pass, it accumulates.
$800 per kilogram. This is not a price, it is a verdict.
You do not cut Parmigiano, you fracture it.
Inside, 24 months of winter, 24 months of patience.
These crystals are not salt. They are amino acids, tyrosine, born from the slow death of proteins over 2 years.
In Italian, they call the crystals crunch. In English, we have no word good enough.
"900 years ago, monks in these hills faced a problem. Too much milk, and no way to keep it. They discovered that cooking milk slowly, in copper, with rennet from a calf's stomach, created something that could survive winters. Since 1934, every wheel must bear the name of its birthplace. It is not a brand, it is a baptism. By the 1500s, Parmigiano was crossing oceans. It was currency, it was dowry, it was power. Today, the consortium protects every wheel. Each one is born, aged, inspected, and judged.
Every dot is a promise, every brand is a passport.
My grandmother touched every wheel like it was a grandchild, and she said inside this,
At the court of the Dukes of Parma, no feast began until the Parmigiano wheel was cracked at the tip. It was
There is Parmesan and there is Parmigiano Reggiano. One is a copy, the other is the original.
About 8% of wheels fail inspection. They are stripped of their marks. They become something else, but never Parmigiano. Credito Emiliano Bank holds over 400,000 wheels as collateral for loans. In this vault, cheese is gold, literally.
The aging rooms breathe with the seasons. Humidity rises, humidity falls. The wheels expand, contract, live.
This is Parmigiano Reggiano, $800 per kilogram, 900 years of history, one taste, and you understand.
For nobility, Parmigiano was not food for peasants. It was treasure worthy of marble. The rind is a diary. Every turn, every misting, every season pressed into gold.
This wheel will be ready when he is 16. A decade of patience, a lifetime of flavor.
Wow.
But how does this become that?
The milk that becomes Parmigiano comes from cows fed only on grass and hay from these fields. The milk must be from cows fed on local forage, grass, hay, alfalfa. No silage, no shortcuts.
The journey of one wheel begins here, before sunrise, with 1,000 liters of milk.
Only milk from the red Reggiana or black and white Frisona breeds. They have grazed these hills for centuries.
Morning milk must reach the dairy within 2 hours, and the evening milk rests overnight. Its cream rises.
The evening cream is removed. Why? Because tomorrow's morning milk will arrive fresh and full fat. Together they create the perfect balance.
The flavor of Parmigiano begins not in the vat, but in this grass. Every link in the chain is personal. The driver knows the farmer, the cheesemaker knows the driver.
The consortium tracks every liter, origin, time, temperature. The paper trail begins.
Fat 3.4%, protein 3.2%, acidity within range. If the numbers are wrong, the milk does not become Parmigiano.
Sometimes the milk is rejected. A bad sample, a suspicious reading. Better to lose milk than compromise the name.
The copper vat, shaped like an inverted bell, heated by steam, unchanged in design for 9 centuries. 1,100 liters, 2 milkings, One morning, one evening, united in copper.
33 degrees Celsius, the temperature of a warm animal, the temperature of transformation.
Calf rennet, an enzyme from the stomach of a milk-fed calf. It separates milk into curds and whey. No substitute is permitted.
10 minutes. That is all it takes for 1,000 liters of milk to become one curd.
The curd, it is not cut yet. It is a single sleeping giant beneath the surface.
The spino, the tool that breaks what the rennet made. Tiny curds, rice grain size, each one will become Parmigiano.
The whey drains away. The curds remain. What is left behind is the future.
55 degrees Celsius, the curds cook. They shrink. They expel moisture. They become dense. They become cheese.
The whey's taste tells the cheesemaker when the curds are ready. It's an instinct born from decades.
My baby.
No pump, no machine. Gravity alone brings the curd together, and this is the birth of the wheel.
100 kilograms of curd. It takes 2 men and 1 cloth to lift a future into existence.
The whey does not go to waste. It feeds the pigs that become prosciutto di Parma. Nothing in Emilia-Romagna is...
From this moment, the wheel wears its name. It will never be anonymous again.
Every vat produces 2 wheels. Twins, they will age side by side, but their paths may diverge. One might...
These pigs will become prosciutto di Parma. The cycle is complete. Whey to wheel to ham to table.
What you're about to see is not a factory, it's a monastery of milk, a cathedral of curd, and I'm going to walk you through every step.
This milk left the cow 6 hours ago. This Parmigiano left the vat 2 years ago. Same origin, different lifetimes.
This is the heart. Everything before this is preparation. Everything after this is patience. But here in this copper bell, the magic happens.
Calf rennet. Without this, milk stays milk. With it, milk becomes a universe. Every wheel in this room is alive. It breathes, it changes, it dreams. That crunch, that nuttiness, that slight salt, slight sweet, slight bite. That's not flavor, that's history. Hear that? Solid all the way through, no cracks, no voids. This wheel is gonna make it. Mediterranean sea salt, and this is where the flavor begins its deep dive. Some wheels never leave the cave until they are 5, 6, even 10 years old. Then they become legends. When you taste Parmigiano, you're tasting this room, these hands, this patience. Don't forget that.
Stage stuff. Step 1 after molding, immersion. 20 days in Mediterranean sea salt brine. The salt...
For 20 days, the wheel drinks salt, and the salt teaches the cheese how to age.
Every wheel must be turned daily. The salt must reach everywhere. No surface untouched, no layer unprotected.
Salinity must be precise. Too weak and the cheese spoils. Too strong and the rind seals too fast, preventing proper aging. When it leaves the brine, it is not Parmigiano yet. It is a promise, a blank page. The aging has not begun. The first room, temperature controlled, humidity regulated. For the next 12 months, this wheel will do nothing but wait.
Some wheels will sit here for 24 months, some for 40, some for 60. Each month adds flavor, each season adds complexity.
Every wheel is turned every 7 days for the first year. The rind must dry evenly. The shape must hold true.
Every turn is recorded. Accountability is absolute.
Humidity is life. Too dry and the wheel cracks, too wet and mold grows. The balance must be perfect every hour, every day, every month. Dust settles, mold tries to grow. The cheesemaker fights back with a brush, with a cloth, with vigilance.
In natural light, flaws cannot hide. The sun is the cheesemaker's ally.
6 months, the wheel has lost 10% of its weight. Water is leaving. Flavor is concentrating. The gold is rising to the surface.
1 year, a milestone, but not yet ready.
At 12 months, the first inspection, not all wheels survive this moment. Some have internal cracks, some have swollen, some fail. The mark of the consortium, it means this wheel has survived its first year. It is worthy of its second.
When a wheel fails, its marks are stripped. It becomes formaggio da grattugia, grating cheese. It can be eaten, but it cannot wear the name.
Failed wheels still feed families, but they carry no name of origin, no claim to fame. The second year, this room is cooler, drier. The wheels will lose more moisture, they will shrink, they will intensify, they will earn their gold. 8 months, the proteins are unraveling slowly and silently. Tyrosine crystals are forming. This is the crunch you will taste.
The taster can tell from one core sample how the entire wheel is aging, what the pasture was like that spring, whether the cows were happy.
The wheel is sealed again. The sample hole will not spoil it. The rind heals.
24 months, the final inspection. This is the moment that determines whether 1,100 liters of milk become 40 kilograms of gold or 40 kilograms of anonymity.
Fire, the final signature. When you see this brand, you know this wheel has survived. It is Parmigiano Reggiano.
This is Parmigiano Reggiano. 2 years, countless hands, 1,000 liters of milk, 40 kilograms of perfection.
Each wheel is packed in wood wool, traditional, sustainable, perfect, and the wheel will travel, but it will not be lonely.
From Emilia-Romagna to the world, 92 countries receive these wheels. Each one carries a piece of Italy with it.
Every label is applied by hand because every destination matters.
And so they leave, each wheel a time capsule, each crate a treasure chest, each destination a new table.
The wheels leave the land that made them, but the land stays in them.
Temperature must stay at 4 degrees Celsius, precision until the very last mile.
In the dark, at sea, the wheel dreams. It will wake in a new country.
The same sea that carried Parmigiano in the 1500s carries it still. New York, the first stop for many wheels in America. The journey is over, the next journey begins.
Some wheels go deeper, into the caves, where time moves slower, where patience is measured in decades.
In the cave, the wheel breathes salt air for years. It absorbs the earth. It becomes something older than itself.
In the cave, one worker tends 1,000 wheels. He knows them by touch. He speaks to them, and they listen.
These shelves have held wheels for over a century, and they remember every vintage. 30 months, nutty notes dominate. Almond, hazelnut, a hint of brown butter.
48 months, spicy, pineapple. The cheese bites back.
The cave has its own life. Microbes, molds, yeasts. They colonize the wheels not to destroy, but to contribute.
Stravecchione, 60 months, 5 years.
Leather and honey, toasted almonds and pineapple. The cave itself, like nothing else on earth.
Beyond 60 months, the wheel becomes something few have tasted, something between cheese and mineral.
Even in the cave, records are sacred, every wheel accounted for, every day noted.
When a wheel leaves the cave, it brings the darkness with it, in flavor, in complexity, in soul.
After years in darkness, a gentle cleaning, the wheel is ready to meet the world.
Even after years in the cave, every wheel must pass final inspection before sale. Time costs. A 60-month wheel commands 3 times the price because it took 3 times the patience.
Age is visible. Age is taste. Age is gold becoming memory.
Nothing wasted. Even the whey becomes beer. The cycle completes itself.
Visitors come from around the world. They expect cheese. They find cathedrals. The cave has its own heartbeat. It keeps time for the wheels.
No digital sensors here. The cave doesn't need them. 12 degrees, always 12 degrees.
Even the guardian rests. The cave watches itself. The cave returns to darkness. The wheels will wait. In the dark, the wheels are dreaming. They will wake when the world calls. The cave is sealed. Time continues its work.
Not all Parmigiano is equal. First grade goes to the finest restaurants, second grade to good shops.
Prima categoria, the 1%, destined for Michelin-starred tables, perfect in every dimension. A small crack does not ruin a wheel. It still carries the name, just not the crown.
Mezzano, still Parmigiano in taste, but not in appearance. It will still shine, but over pasta, not on a board.
The nose knows. Before the tongue tastes, the nose detects grass, hay, butter, almond, the faintest hint of pineapple.
A good wheel sings, a flawed wheel whispers. The inspector's ear is the final instrument.
Moisture content 30 to 32%. Below 28, the cheese is too dry. Above 34, it ages poorly. Science confirms what touch knows.
Fat and protein must fall within strict ranges. The consortio rejects any wheel outside.
At this moment, every wheel learns its destiny.
Yeah. This seal is the consumer's guarantee. If you see this mark, you go the Parmigiano Reggiano. Not an imitation, not a copy.
Every wheel now has a digital passport. Scan the code, see the story.
Weeks at sea, temperature maintained at 4 degrees. The wheel sleeps. It will wake in a new country.
In Tokyo, Parmigiano is not just cheese. It is a luxury ingredient, the Wagyu of the dairy world.
In Dubai, the wheel arrives by air freight with same-day freshness. The VIPs expect perfection.
In Paris, the fromagerie treats Parmigiano as the Italian jewel among French crowns.
In the home, Parmigiano completes the simplest dish. It doesn't need a restaurant to shine.
The perfect souvenir, vacuum sealed. 2 years of Italy, ready to travel home.
At the table, the crack is the first course. Before pasta, before wine, before anything, the sound of arrival.
That moment when taste exceeds expectation, that is what $800 per kilogram buys. Not nutrition, revelation. Wow.
Parmigiano does not need a Michelin star. It needs nothing except pasta, family, and a hand that remembers.
Barolo and Parmigiano, the king of wines and the king of cheeses, a match made in Piedmont and Emilia. On truffle risotto, Parmigiano is not optional, it is the bridge between earth and cream.
At Italian weddings, the wheel is not just food, it is a symbol of abundance and patience and shared happiness.
On Sunday, even the cheesemaker eats his own work. It still tastes new. It always will.
Parmigiano is not only for the elite, it lives in the streets, in the piadina, in the hands of everyone. Parmigiano can be carved like marble. It is dense, it holds form, a temporary art soon to be eaten.
The wheel passes from one generation to the next, as it has for 900 years, as it will for 900 more. 1,000 liters of milk, 2 years of patience, 900 years of tradition, one taste. This.
Every frame in this video is handcrafted from concept to final edit. A real human guides every step using AI tools. all content is original and follows YouTube 2026 monetization rules.